welcome back to my channel. I am back with this week's Teen Mom recap. First, I want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I usually put these videos out around Friday or Saturday, so it'll be like Christmas Eve around that time, so happy holidays to everybody. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week, recapping the newest episode of Teen Mom, and giving general news and updates on what's going on in Teen Mom news. If that's something you'd want to watch, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this week's video. So this week we have a new Janelle Facebook post. I had assumed that a court order telling her pretty plainly to shut the fuck up would in fact make her shut the fuck up, but no, that would make too much sense. She recently posted this on Facebook. Let's take a look. Cannot believe my parent is still acting like a child at almost 70 years old. Completely making up stories for their own benefit to Teen Mom fan pages because the media won't take the fake story. Being selfish. Making up stories which have police reports to back them up. Okay. Looking out only for themselves instead of looking at the bigger picture. Make up whatever stories you want to, but kids aren't dumb these days. They want proof, so good luck providing that along with your made-up story. Proof, huh? Like the charges, the ring cam footage, the police report, the witnesses? Kids aren't dumb, but Janelle's delusional ass sure is. And calling Barbara selfish for choosing to raise your kid in her 70s? That was really a trip. You would think at this point we should get along, but jealousy will shine through more than motherhood when it comes to this parent. Just stop. This isn't making the situation any better. You're not the victim. Put your pride aside. Do better. Praying for you. So first off, you're not the victim? No, Jace is. And Barbara does not want your prayers. You're probably praying to Satan for her death. Now let's go to the comment section. Someone said, I highly doubt your mother is jealous of you. And Janelle says, why do you think she always wants me to be single? Let that sink in for a minute. What is she trying to say there? No. You are not saying that Barbara is jealous of your relationship, right? You think Barbara wants David? David looks like the abominable snowman, bruh. No one wants your man. That's probably the only benefit to being with David, is that no one's gonna steal him. Alternatively, she might be saying that Barb, is jealous because she wants Janelle all to herself, which is wildly narcissistic. Especially since it's been revealed that it's actually Janelle who wants Barbara's attention so bad, given that her and David recently called Barbara in a fit of rage, furious about the gag order and convinced that it was Barbara's fault. Let's take a look at this post from Teen Mom fans. So, Janelle and David were allegedly blaming Barbara for putting a CPS gag order on them. According to The Insider, David and Janelle called Barbara's phone a total of 12 times before she decided to answer. So they called her 12 times, all past midnight, by the way, before she answered. I'm surprised she didn't just block them at some point. I can only assume that she keeps them unblocked because she wants to stay in touch with Kaiser and Ensley in case of any emergencies. So Barbara ignores them at first, but then as the calls increased, she grew worried, probably thinking that someone had died or something, or David started beating one of them again. But when Barbara finally answered, she was rewarded with David screaming, I'm gonna beat down your door, stop messing with us. And in the background, Janelle was apparently ad-libbing, bitch, old hag, bitch. This scared Barbara to the point that she's now staying with a family friend. And can you blame her? David will fight dogs, cats, children, women, his wife. No doubt he'd go for an elderly woman too. She has apparently considered getting a restraining order, but she has not done so just yet. Threatening the other party in an ongoing active case. In a state with one-party consent laws, meaning Barbara could have easily recorded them without their permission, is incredibly stupid. But you can't really expect anything less from these two. I mean, with the gag order, what are they even expected to do all day, right? Literally ruined their plans for the next month with this gag order. Janelle probably had 10 different crying TikToks planned and 5 Facebook rants in the drafts that she now cannot post due to the order. They might actually have to go outside now. Crazy, I know. Fortunately, the judge will likely hear of these threats and hopefully it will be used against them in court. Very recently, Janelle also posted something else, accusing her mom and Nathan's mom of being the ones leaking the news about CPS. So she posted this on her story. I guess it looks like she sent him an article, and Nathan says, I did, my mom said she told your mom, that's it. People, this is why commas are so necessary. I did, my mom. Bitch, I did, comma. My mom. Nathan, you fucking idiot. So I guess what Nathan's fucking illiterate ass is trying to say there. Probably Janelle asked, do you know who leaked this? And he said, I do. My mom said that she told your mom, and she says, okay, thanks. And then Janelle says, when grandmas, apostrophe S, get together to talk shit, this is what happens. And yeah, no wonder I'm protecting my kids from them. And by the way, when we look at that article that she sent them, it says basically that Janelle is not letting Kaiser go over to Nathan's house for Christmas like he usually does, presumably as revenge for Nathan's mom supposedly leaking this story. Great parenting right there, Janelle. Sorry, Kaiser, you can't see your dad. His grandma told the world what everyone already knew, that I'm a terrible parent that should get their kids taken away. So that's the newest update on Janelle. We have another kind of random update from Javi and Lauren, who we haven't talked about in a while. And in fact, I didn't even realize they were still together. But basically, Lauren has announced that she is pregnant with a baby girl. So congratulations to Lauren and Javi. They had their first baby together, Eli, about 5 years ago. So he is about to have a little sister about 5 years younger than him. And Lauren is thinking of naming her Capri. Please don't do that. Kids will definitely call her Capri Sun, if those are still around. Interestingly, Lauren also said that she had planned to wait till Christmas to announce, but unfortunately it got leaked before, and friends, family who didn't know were finding out, so we just decided to share a little bit early. Now, I saw some people saying that this was Kale, which I would not be surprised. She loves leaking pregnancies. But apparently Kale just said on one of her podcasts that one of her kids was saying that Javi and Lauren were trying for a baby, but she never named that it was Javi. But, I guess some people probably could have guessed from that. So thank you, Kale, for ruining yet another pregnancy announcement. Anyway. Kale is also in the news again, this time because she made an interesting claim on one of her podcasts. On Baby Mama's No Drama, Kale says that she offered Elijah a paternity test for their 1-year-old son, Rio. Because apparently they were just fuck buddies at the beginning of the relationship. Elijah's stupid ass declined the DNA test, but Kale said she would understand if he changes his mind. Now, I wasn't sure what to think of this at first, mostly because I myself am not too sure of the timelines here, or even who the other father could possibly be. Apparently it was a guy named Malik who Kale was secretly dating for a while. I mostly watched the TV show. I don't really keep up with all of Kale's podcasts. I actually used to listen to all the episodes back in like 2017, 2018 when it first started. But then she started adding all these other podcasts and I couldn't keep up anymore, so I just gave up. So all that to say, I was not too educated on the Malik and Elijah timeline. Thankfully, we have Facebook and Reddit to help us out. So let's take a look at this graphic that somebody made. Kale and Malik broke up on, or I guess they mean in, March 2022. Kale gave birth to Rio in early November 2022. Malik said Kale cheated on him with her neighbor. Elijah was Kale's neighbor. He now lives with her. Kale admitted on her podcast that she offered Elijah a DNA test and he declined. Kale hid Rio from the world after being extremely public with her other children. Opinion, Rio looks more like Malik than Elijah. Well, looks to me like there's a little overlap here. Not to mention, it would offer a great explanation for why Kale has hidden this child, whereas she's exploited all her other ones. I think something that's also worth mentioning is that when Creed was born, everyone was saying that's not Chris's baby, that's Javi's baby, because she was also admitting to kind of hooking up with Javi around that time. He doesn't look like Chris, all this stuff. So maybe she just didn't want to hear that this time around. Admittedly though, I thought that Creed looks less like Chris than Rio looks like Elijah, if that makes sense. Until I saw this, we have another picture, a little comparison here, and I want you to take a good hard look at this picture, okay? Very interesting. I do want to cut a little bit of slack on the face shape, because pretty much all babies have a very round face. Like, I have a longer face myself, and when I was a baby, my face was still very round. But the eyes, though, they don't look like Elijah's or Kale's. They look like Malik's. So I will just leave that for your speculation down in the comments below. So what do you guys think of Janelle breaking her gag order? How many more times do we think that's going to happen before the trial starts? What do you think of Kale's son? Do you think it actually might be Malik's baby? Make sure to leave a comment down below and make sure to subscribe for more Teen Mom recaps every week and have a very Merry Christmas.